Thank you and good evening, everyone. Welcome in to KDB.TV's first football broadcast of the season. I'm Chuck Swartz to be with you tonight, along with our crew of camera operators and producer-director TJ Albright. And we're hoping for a good one tonight, but on paper, it might be all Sidney. A team that was Class B up till last year. This year, the student enrollment makes them a Class C1 school. They're not the only school that's been a Class B power in the last few years that moved to C1. You look at Holdridge, Aurora, a team that comes to mind instantly. So Sidney expected to be a much improved team this year, really thinking that C1 might be a place for them to work, but there are going to be some excellent tests down the road. They do have one Class B team on the schedule. That'll be Scottsbluff the last Friday of September. The rest of the teams, C1 and in two instances, C2. Bridgeport, on the other hand, C2, will have another C1 game coming up against Mitchell, but then we'll be in the C2 ranks the rest of the way for them. Jared Dean in his sixth year, and Chris Kuser for Sidney in his fourth year as the head man tonight. In talking about those districts, in C1, Sidney will be included with Ogallala, Mitchell, Chase County, and Chadron. And in District 7 of C2, Bridgeport's district will consist of Southern Valley, North Platte St. Pat's, Hershey, and Gordon Rushville. So long trips, the order when you're a football team in the western part of the state of Nebraska anymore. And the team's, I think, pretty well used to it, but like in Bridgeport's case, you look at Southern Valley, that's near Oxford, which is east of McCook. So their trips will be long and arduous this year. Bridgeport comes in 3-6 last year. They have 28 players on the roster. Sidney was 4-5, and they have 51 players suited up for tonight's game. And when we get to the starting lineups, they are huge. A huge difference in weight. Of course, weight isn't everything, but if the guy's big enough, can push you around, it's going to cause some problems. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups. You're watching KNEB.TV.
Have a ball this fall getting your property in shape with a new John Deere compact tractor. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all compacts, like the hard-working 1 family and the economical 3E series. And get $500 off with the purchase of 2 qualifying implements that turn your tractor into the workhorse it was built to be. Clean up your property and clean up on savings with John Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Buyers Realty has been helping people in the community find their dream home since 1994. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, our friendly staff will put in the work to help you reach the finish line. We also do property management for buildings in Scottsbluff, Gering, and beyond. You can find an extensive list of our properties by visiting our website at callbuyersrealty.com. Or you can visit our Scottsbluff offices on Avenue B, right next to Bumper to Bumper. Community strong, community proud, we have what you're looking for.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
Welcome back. Chuck Swartz with you. The officials had the coin toss a little bit ago with the teams. 4 team captains for Sidney, 3 for Bridgeport. And for, I believe, the second time in my near 40 years of doing the football telecasts around the state, They did not turn and indicate to the press box who won the toss, if they deferred, or whatever. So we're flying blind here. We're going to give you the Raiders offense from Sidney and the Bulldogs defense from Bridgeport, and then come back and give you the other sides. For Sidney, at center, Quinn Seiler, senior at 235. The guards are Nathan Hoffrock and Zach Pettit. Hoffrock, a junior at 230. Pettit, a senior at 235. Yes, I said they are big. At the tackles, Lane Hughes and Jake Shoemaker. Hughes, senior at 270. Shoemaker, senior at 280. Tight end will be Chris Letcher, senior at 190. Split end, Eli Aarons, a junior at 205. In the backfield, Alex Maddox, the flanker, a senior at 155. Running backs, Cade Lewis, a senior at 160, and Ryan Onstadt, senior at 175. We'll probably also see Zach Weezer, a junior at 180. For Bridgeport, four-man defensive front, the ends, Cade Loomis and Nate Romig. Loomis, a sophomore at 152, Romig, a junior at 173. Tackles, Abraham Ramos and Brandon Collins. Ramos, a senior at 209, Collins, a senior at 158. The four linebackers include Joshua Warren, a sophomore at 146, Max Cooper, senior at 152, Charles Lang, a senior at 181, and Dylan Schnell, a senior at 170. The defensive corners, Caleb Lassetto, a senior at 144, and Jake Wellison, senior at 116. The safety will be Cole Fessler, a sophomore, at 150. For Sidney offensively, tackle to tackle, they'll go 250. Line as a whole at 235, and the backs at 170. For Bridgeport, line and linebackers, 168, the backs at 137. Sidney will start 7 both directions, and Bridgeport 8 both ways. Now let's flip the card and look at the Bridgeport offense. At center, Brady Newkirk, sophomore, 175. Guards, Abraham Ramos and Cade Loomis. Ramos, senior at 209. Loomis, a sophomore at 152. Tackles, Brandon Collins and Bryce Deaver. Collins, senior at 158. Deaver, a junior at 196. The tight end, Logan Nichols, senior at 170. And Caleb Lassetto will be the split end, a senior at 144. In the backfield, Jake Wallison, a sophomore, 116 at the flanker. Running backs, Charles Lang, senior at 181, and Dylan Schnell, a senior at 170. The quarterback, Cole Fessler, a sophomore at 150. For Sidney on defense, four-man front, the ends are Caden Jobman and Zach Pettit. Jobman, a junior, Pettit, a senior. They go 220 and 235, respectively. The tackles, Gabe Shoemaker and Jackson Witt, both seniors. Shoemaker at 280, Witt at 270. Linebackers, Cade Lewis, senior 160. Ryan Onstadt, senior at 175. And Zach Weezer, a junior at 180. The other linebacker, Eric Doty, is senior at 190. And incidentally, I forgot to mention him as the quarterback, 3-year starter for Sidney. Senior 190, he's a good one. At the corners, Paul Hauser, junior at 140, and Alec Maddox, a senior at 155. And the safety, Eli Aarons, a junior at 205. We'll be back with kickoff right after this.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better, you'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Last school year, 17 students were honored as the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Kids from Scottsbluff, Gering, Bridgeport, Bayard, Mitchell, and Banner County received winning nominations, and with a new school year underway, it's once again time for the public to nominate deserving K-12 students to be the next Star Student of the Week. How do you get your nomination in? Just go to pvbank.com, fill out the nomination form, and watch kneb.tv News every Friday during the school year to see if your star student was selected.
Where can you find gifts for everyone? TC and More. That's where. Come in and look at what you've been missing. Gifts for the ladies. Gifts to remember. The gift of light. Gifts for your home. Gifts for the kids. Gifts for the Husker fan. For the perfect gift, stop in and visit TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff. And remember, TC and More still has all of your children's educational materials.
The teams are lining up for the start of the ball game. It looks to be like the Red Raiders will be on the receiving end to start the football game. They'll be playing offense.
Welcome back. Kicking off for Bridgeport will be Rafi Cantu. He is a freshman. Return men for Sidney will be Eli Ahrens on the near side, Alec Maddox on the far side. Some scores to pass along yesterday. Anselmo Myrna defeated Twin Loop, the other way around. Twin Loop, the home team, won that one 18-14. This afternoon, Hyannis over Arthur County, 71-55. Creek Valley leading Eustis Farnham in the second, 20-14. We'll get some others as we go. Cantu blasts it downfield. It hops and is picked up at the 17 by Maddox. Maddox comes right up the middle, and he's going to elude tacklers to the 38-yard line, where it'll be first down, 10 yards to go for Sidney. A couple of other scores to pass along for you in the second quarter. On 101.7 The Trail, Scottsbluff leading North Platte 28-7. On 960 AM, Northwest shutting out Gering in the second by a 35-0 score. They are going to spot it at the 39-yard line. Only 7 seconds gone in the ball game. Shotgun formation for Eric Doty, as I mentioned, 3-year starter. He'll hand it up the middle, and that's going to be a 6-7 yard gain. Let's see where they unstack. That'll be Onstott, who will carry for 6 yards to the 45-yard line. So at the 45, second down, 4 yards to go. Onstott, solid runner. Lewis has been injured some, but when he played last year was very effective for Sidney. Second down, 4 from their own 45-yard line. Sidney shotgun again for Doty, and he'll give it away to the other back this time, and it's going to be Zach Weiser who carried. Weiser carried, even though he wasn't listed as the starter, and he has the first down. Nose of the football almost at midfield. We'll call it a 5-yard pickup. First down, 10 yards to go for Sidney. 11 minutes and a few seconds before we hit the first minute gone in this one. Split end, slot right, shotgun with the back to the left side. It'll be a handoff deep back this time, Cade Lewis. And Lewis is going to have 3 or 4 yards as they unstack, and the linesman comes in from the far side. He's going to put it down at the 47 of Bridgeport. So 3-yard pickup, second down, 7 yards to go as they've spread it around on offense for the Sidney Raiders. 3 different ball carriers so far. From the Bridgeport 47, moving left to right, 10.5 minutes, clock running, no score. Glad to have you along on KNEB.TV. Ball's on the far side hash, east side of the field. Left side as Sidney looks at it. Split end right is Ahrens. Slot is Maddox. Doty takes the snap, rides the fullback, keeps it himself, and blasts his way to the 36-yard line of Bridgeport for a first down. Doty carrying for 11 on the play. That'll be the second first down of the game for Sidney on this opening drive. And they're looking as advertised right now. Strong line, going to open some holes for the running back flotilla that they have. Ahrens will go to the left side, Maddox right this time. So flanker right, split end left on first down and 10. It'll be a toss sweep right side. Lewis is hit in the backfield and is going to be brought down. Nice one-on-one tackle by Joshua Warren for Bridgeport. Gain of 1 to the 35-yard line. Second down, 9 to go. Lewis, a couple of carries in the game so far. 9.5 minutes, clock running. Haven't had a pass attempted yet, but Bridgeport has given up 2 first downs on the ground, trying to find a way to halt this downhill running attack. This time we have Paul Hauser as the flanker right. Aaron's left, and it's a handoff up the middle as flags go flying. Somebody moved on the line of scrimmage. We'll see if that negates Lewis's run or not. We haven't had any penalties in the game as of yet. That would have been an 8-yard gain just shy of the first down, but depending on how the flag goes. No score. Opening drive for Sidney as the officials discuss things. Procedure against Sidney, and this will be taken for the first penalty. So Sidney, with a 5-yard penalty, will not have third and short, but the 5-yard penalty will put them back at the 40 and make it second down, 14 yards to go. The first down yardage started at near the 36-yard line, so second and 14 plus probably a football. Flanker, or excuse me, slot man this time and split left. Aarons rolls, he's under pressure, steps up, he's hit and goes down. Brandon Collins will get him at the 46-yard line. That's a loss of 6 and will bring up third down and 20 yards to go. So second carry for Doty didn't turn out as he had hoped, and he'll be at third and long. Third down, 20 yards to go. Bridgeport subs a couple of people, trying to get some secondary. David Argamosa comes in on the far side as a corner, replacing a linebacker. Split ends both sides, double flankers right. Shotgun, Doty is back. He's going to look and swing it out in the corner. That'll be Lewis. He breaks a tackle, runs over a man, but is only back to the original line of scrimmage. There is a penalty flag back at the 42-yard line. It would be 4th and 10 if the play stands. But again, a penalty flag there. We're just inside 8 minutes to go in this first quarter of play. No score. Sidney with the opening possession. They have had one penalty so far that set them back from what would have been a 3rd and 1 situation. Four of the 5 officials in a heavy consultation across the way. Again, the officials taking a long time to sort this out, so you wonder if it might not have been on the tackle. They want to make sure they get it right. First game of the year for them also. Sidney coaching staff wanting an explanation as to what's the call. Definitely has halted the momentum of the Sidney offense here. Penalty and a sack also combining to do that. Officials started to pick the flag up, then put it back down, thinking better wait to see if we're going to have a step off. Official is going to come over and talk to Jared Dean, but they have been, shall we say, a little remiss in terms of indicating with the signs as to what the call's going to be here. They've put the ball back at the line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line of Bridgeport. They have not changed the downs marker as of yet. So apparently a no play. So third down, 20 to go. Double slots right, split end also left. Shotgun, kind of the straight eye. Back to throw against Doty, and he's going to air it out. He's throwing into coverage. It'll go incomplete at the 10-yard line. Maddox, the intended receiver. Wallison, one of the men. Lissetto and Fessler, the others for Bridgeport. And that will be an incomplete pass and bring up 4th down. So 4th and 20, and it looks like they'll try and set Bridgeport deep as the quarterback, Doty, is the punter. I always wonder when you've got the quarterback there as to whether some options, but at 4th and 20, I would assume he's going to boot it away to Caleb Lissetto. Lissetto stands inside the 10, knowing if the ball's over his head. And speaking of over the head, Doty has it go over his head. He'll pick it up. He'll run to the right side. He gets a running kickoff, a rugby kick, I guess you could say, and it will turn out to be fantastic as it'll be touched, but then picked up. It's a touchback. The official on the far side now indicating it was a touchback. So after all that, Doty showed his athleticism by getting that rugby-style punt off. And since it was a touchback, it's going to be easy to compute. It's a 46-yard punt, but back at the 20-yard line now. So 1st and 10, Bridgeport with their first opportunity in the ball game to touch the ball on offense. We have no score. There's 7:36 remaining. At their own 20, Bridgeport will have Fessler up under center. Behind him, Lang at fullback, Schnell at I-back. Split end right, flanker left. And it will be a quarterback keeper, and wrapped up after a yard will be Cole Fessler. And that's only because we're going to say the ball did move closer to the 21-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, 9 yards to go as Fessler carries for the first play for Bridgeport. No score. A couple of first downs for the Sidney Red Raiders, but they ended up punting it away after a couple of penalties, or we're assuming, but they never took the down off. So a no play, a penalty, and a sack. Same formation. It'll be the fullback, and Lang is hit, pulled back by Lissetto or by Fessler, and he breaks free. And he'll be caught from behind inside the 35-yard line by Cade Lewis. It'll be the 32-yard line, 1st down, and then some, as that'll go for 47 yards. Fessler had given it to Lang the way it appeared, pulled it back as Lang was tackled immediately, and he races for 47 and a 1st down. Ball is in Sidney territory now at the 32. Lissetto goes right. Wallison left. Again, deep back. Schnell was hit in the backfield and is going to gain perhaps a yard. We'll have to see where they say the nose of the football got. It will be to the 31 for a 1st down, or for a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Schnell's first carry of the game. Now they're going to set it back now to where there is no gain on the play. So 2nd and 10 at the Sidney 32-yard line. No score in the game. Half the quarter gone. Ball on the left hash. Again, Lissetto right. Toss it. And the I-back Schnell trying to get to the outside, but the pursuit by Sidney is there, and there won't be anything on this play. In fact, there could be a loss. They're going to put it down at the 33, so a loss of 1. 3rd down, 11 yards to go.
A loss of a yard. 3rd down, 11. We're on the 34-yard line of the Red Raiders.
3rd down long. Let's see if we'll see a pass here from Fessler. He hasn't thrown as of yet. He is in the shotgun. He has Lang beside him. Fake to Lang, keeping it, trying to juke, but too many Sidney defenders there, but a nice gain on 3rd down. It'll be short of the 1st down, but it does pick up some yardage to the 27-yard line. 6-yard pickup for Fessler. And it will bring up 4th down and 5 yards to go for Bridgeport. Ball is inside the 28. The NSAA and their rules for guidelines on statistics say if the back end of the football is not touching the 33 in this instance, you credit it to the 32. Here's Argamosa going to the right side. Lissetto along with Schnell to the left side. Shotgun again, and it'll be a handoff, but nothing coming for Charles Lang. Thinking the Sidney defense would be set for a pass, they weren't, and they bottled the play up. And Lang will have nothing, perhaps a loss. We'll see as they set the ball down. Umpire will put it this time squarely on the 30 or the 28-yard line, so a loss of 1, and the ball goes over on downs. So it's first down for Sidney, their second possession of the quarter. Still no score in the ball game. We will go through scores at halftime of area games for you. 101.7 with Scotts Bluff, 960 AM with Gering, and 94.1 The Brand with the Husker Volleyball. We have an illegal substitution against Sidney this time. So from their own 33-yard line, they will be set back another 5 yards. So a couple of penalties on the Sidney Red Raiders in the early going.
Illegal formation against the Red Raiders at the 5-yard penalty. First down.
So now they're at the 23-yard line, 1st and 15. Doty will have one back behind him. That's Lewis. Ends and slots to both sides. Rides the fullback, hands it away, and Lewis breaks tackles. He's to the 30-yard line before he goes down. That'll be a 7-yard pickup for Lewis. Because of the penalty, it'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go. So Lewis with his 3rd carry of the game. He's in double digits with 11 yards. This time we have Trey Ariano slotted right, one of the new players. And it'll be the quarterback, Doty. He keeps it. He's over the 35 to the 36-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and short. Doty carrying for half a dozen on the play. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They're actually going to put him down with his knee at the 35-yard line. So we'll take a yard off his total. And it'll be 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. Needing just shy of the 44 for a 1st down. Back to their traditional formation, 2 backs along with the quarterback. And it's going to be Doty, and he's down in the backfield. Doty caught by the linebacker for Bridgeport, Cade Loomis. And Doty will be sacked for the 2nd time in the game, although that was more of a running play than a pass. He's back to the 33. Loss of 3 on the play, and another punting situation here. Last time, a 46-yarder under extreme pressure because the snap was over the head of Doty. But he eluded tacklers, got it off, and it rolled down and barely got to the end zone for a touchback. Lissetto, the only one back. High snap, but it's handled, and the boot is away. It's going to hit, take a Sidney bounce, and getting away from it will be Lissetto, and the ball will be down at the 31-yard line. So a 36-yard punt this time. So 46 and 36 on the punt for Sidney so far. That's Doty, the quarterback, who can do a little bit of everything. So it'll be Bridgeport with the ball for the 2nd time in the game. We're with 2:20 showing on the clock now. From the veer, it'll be a handoff, and the ball came out. No indication, but it appears that Bridgeport came up with it. They did, so it'll be a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down, 11 for Bridgeport. running out of the veer this time. They've been under center with the quarterback. And a shotgun formation on a passing situation. And now the veer. Backs to both sides of Fessler. And the snap bobbled and wisely falling on it, showing wisdom beyond his years, is the sophomore Cole Fessler. Rather than trying to pick that up and have it bound away again, it'll be a loss back to the 23-yard line. So that's going to be a 7-yard loss, 3rd down 18, and that will be credited against the quarterback Fessler. He has the one big run of 47 to his credit that got Bridgeport their lone first down of the game. Sidney has a couple, but we have no score, and we're inside a minute to go now, first quarter of play. 3rd and 18, doubles to the right, single receiver left. Back is Fessler. The lefty tosses it into traffic. It'll be intercepted. Eli Ahrens at the 40. He's inside the 25, the 20. A man to beat, and he'll take it all the way. No penalty flags, and Sidney is on the board. So a 40-yard interception return by Ahrens. And Sidney on top with 36 seconds to go first quarter.
The Red Raiders going now for the point after. Looks to be a kicking formation. They'll go for one.
Doty will be the kicker. Ahrens, who just scored the touchdown, will be the holder. And the ball is up and slices off to the right. It is no good. So with 36 seconds to go in the quarter, it is Sidney 6, Bridgeport nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Doty to kick off for Sidney. He'll do it from the right side hash mark this time. Back again will be Lassetto. He's joined by Joshua Warren for Bridgeport. They stand around their own 10-yard line. 6-0 on the interception return. Sidney with the lead. The boot will be high. Lassetto at about the 7. Coming up the middle. Gets a seam for a moment and now is brought down abruptly as he gets to the 21-yard line. So Bridgeport will have the ball back with half a minute to go, first quarter of play, trailing 6-0 now.
First down from just across the 20-yard line for the Bulldogs, close to the 21.
First down and 10 for Bridgeport. So far, Fessler with a 47-yard run has been the big offense. Schnell and Lang both with short losses on their first carries. Argamosa comes to the left side. Wallace into the right side. Up under center again. It'll be the fullback, and not much coming as that big Sidney defensive line is going to be there. Line and linebackers average 214 for Sidney. Bridgeport's offensive line at 172. Gain of 1 on the play. Second down. 9 yards to go.
That's the
And we're going to end the first quarter with our score, Sidney 6, Bridgeport nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
We are back as we start the second quarter. Sidney leading 6-0 in this ball game right now. Aarons with a 40-yard interception return for the touchdown. This time it'll be Bridgeport moving left to right, north to south here at Bridgeport. Line of scrimmage will be the 22-yard line. Second down, 9 for Bridgeport. Wide receivers to both sides. One a flanker, one a split end, straight eye. And we had penalty flags. Back judge threw that one. So you would think not a lineman violation. Yep. So the 5-yard penalty will be the first against Bridgeport in the ball game. So that'll put them back at the 17. It'll be second down, 14 yards to go. So the delay of game costs them. Second and 14, not a comfortable situation for Bridgeport with that big Sidney line. They need some deception to work, and if you're in obvious passing situations, you saw the pressure and the interception return. Fessler will keep it himself. He ducks back in, but the backside pursuit is there for Sidney. They were led by Gabe Shoemaker, the 280-pounder, but there were plenty of his teammates there. And the loss will be a 2 back to the 15. Third, 16 yards to go for Bridgeport.
The ball's on the 15-yard line of the Bulldogs.
The original line of scrimmage, the 21, now at the 15-yard line. So we're at third and 16. Fessler will be in the shotgun. Backs to both sides. And it's going to be a pass just off of the hands of Max Cooper as he perhaps jumped a little too quickly and wasn't at the peak when he came down. That will bring up fourth down. I believe that was the first incompletion for Fessler. He does have the interception. So now at fourth down, 16 yards to go. Fessler, the quarterback, also will be back in punt formation. Sidney will put a couple of men back. Officials call timeout again, as I believe Bridgeport's going to take a timeout. They are. We've got a timeout on the field with 11 minutes, 9 seconds to go. 6-0 Sidney in the second on the West Coast scoreboard.
Beat the heat and play inside with Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. Bounce houses, concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade in town, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, and as always, ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, corporate event, office party, or family reunion. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Have a ball this fall getting your property in shape with a new John Deere compact tractor. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all compacts, like the hard-working 1 family and the economical 3E series. and get $500 off with the purchase of 2 qualifying implements that turn your tractor into the workhorse it was built to be. Clean up your property and clean up on savings with John Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Here's the punt following the timeout, and it's going to bounce, and Sidney will get away from it as it rolls to the 48-yard line. So that'll be a 33-yard punt. First punt for Bridgeport in the ball game. And Sidney will take over in great shape with 10:59 to go, second quarter. They'll be at the Bridgeport 48-yard line.
Just starting here in the second quarter, a minute gone by.
Double receivers right. Maddox in the slot. Shotgun. And it'll be Lewis. The handoff, he fights inside the 45. He'll be to the 44-yard line. It'll be second down, 6 yards to go for Sidney. Fourth carry for Lewis. He has 15 yards. Doty has 7. He's been tackled behind the line a couple of times. Onstadt has 6 yards. Weiser has 5 for the Sidney offense. Doty 0 for 1 in passing. But an interception return for a touchdown, and Sidney has the lead. Ahrens and Maddox go to the right side again. It's going to be handoff again, and Lewis just keeps on chugging, and it looks like he's going to be near the 40-yard line. Up 41 is where they'll spot him. So 3-yard pickup, hard fought up the middle, and it's third down, 3 yards to go. So far, both teams are 0 for 2 on third down conversions. Inside 10 minutes to go, and still 6-0 Sidney. Again, Ahrens wide right, Maddox in the slot. Looks like Weiser is in as a running back again. Onstadt will get it. Instead, he's got the first down. Onstadt will carry to the 37-yard line, a 4-yard pickup when it was 3rd and 3. So the third first down of the ball game for the Sidney Red Raiders. Leading 6-0 in the ball game. Sidney trying to put together a drive in a short field. Plenty of time to go in the half, 9.5 minutes. Ball between the hash marks. This time Maddox left, Ahrens right. And this time it'll be the second back through. That's Lewis, and boy, he's got a head of steam. He's got the ball inside the 30. He's to the 28-yard line. He'll be near the first down, depending on the spot. Looks like it'll be 2nd and 1. So second down, a yard to go for the Sidney Red Raiders. They're on offense in the white. They've got the red numerals, some red and black trim. Bridgeport, late substitution, and it'll be Lewis up the middle, and he's got it inside the 25. He's to the 23 for another first down. So that's going to be a 5-yard pickup, 4th first down for Sidney, 2 of them on this drive. At the 23 of Bridgeport, play being brought in by Onstadt. Ball favoring the left side, so slight right side being the wide side, and that's where Ahrens heads. Maddox near side, man coverage by Bridgeport in the secondary. It's going to be Lewis again, and Lewis has it to the 17-yard line. Just power football behind that big line. 6-yard pickup, second down, 4 yards to go. 8 carries for Lewis in the ball game now, 38 yards. 8:10 clock running. Sidney on top, 6-0. If you just joined us. At halftime, we'll get you scores of Scottsbluff, Gering, and some of the other Panhandle teams. Ahrens comes left this time. Maddox to the right. It's the keep, the pitch back, and in trouble in the backfield is Lewis, and the ball came out. It looks like Sidney fell on top of it. So they did. And there will be a little of nothing on the play. In fact, maybe a very slight loss. We'll call it no gain. Third down, 4 yards to go. 7.5 minutes to go. Looks like Sidney will take a timeout and talk things over. 7:24 to go in the half. 6-0 Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
Just because we smoke our new beef short rib and brisket for an absurd number of hours doesn't mean we love it more than any other meats. It just means you probably will. Arby's, we have the meats.
Last school year, 17 students were honored as the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Kids from Scottsbluff, Gering, Bridgeport, Bayard, Mitchell, and Banner County received winning nominations, and with the new school year underway, it's once again time for the public to nominate deserving K-12 students to be the next Star Student of the Week. How do you get your nomination in? Just go to pvbank.com, fill out the nomination form, and watch kneb.tv news every Friday during the school year to see if your star student was selected.
The timeout just about over here. Scotts Bluffs ahead of North Platte, 28-7 in the third quarter now. Northwest ahead of Gering at halftime, 48-0. We'll get you some of those other scores coming up here shortly. Here it's 6-0 Sidney. They're at third down, 4 yards to go. And it's the deep back, and that's just power football that gets the first and goal situation for Sidney. Boy, that was just tough running. That would have been Lewis carrying on the play. He's inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And first and goal for Sidney. And Lewis, and he'll lunge forward, falls inside the 5-yard line. Yep, right at the 5 is where they'll call that. 3-yard pickup, second down. Lewis has been a workhorse. He has 50 yards. We're not at halftime yet. 6 minutes, 46 seconds to go now. 6-0 Sidney. No offensive touchdowns, but Sidney's knocking on the door, leading at 6-0. Full house backfield. It's the quarterback. Doty will lunge to the goal line. Knee was down before he got in. It's inside the 1. We have to call it the 1 for statistical purposes. So third down, goal to go from inside the 1. Both teams have put the ball on the deck, but both have recovered their own fumbles. And, of course, Sidney with a pass interception for a touchdown. That's why we have a 6-0 score. We're halfway through the second quarter. Doty will have a full house backfield behind him. And we have a penalty flag as he goes into the end zone. Looked like the umpire or back judge threw that one, so let's see what happened. Procedure against Sidney. So technically, we'll have to call it the 6-yard line, although it's the 5 and just about a length of a football. But a penalty on Sidney, their third of the ball game, will make it third down and goal from outside the 5. Sidney subbing 1, thought 2, but Onstott gets back on. Third down, toss sweep, that's Lewis. Oh, he's quick. He's to the goal line. Did he get in? No. Again, just inches away. A 5-yard pickup. It'll be fourth down. Inches to go. And the Bridgeport defense seeing if they can hang on here. Fourth down, inches inside the 1. It's going to be double tights, full house backfield, just smash mouth football. Doty He lunges, he's in. Doty will score on the 12th play of the drive to make the score 12-0. A second inside 5 minutes to go in the half, and Doty gives Sidney a little bit of cushion. Let's see if they go double or if they'll kick it. Last time it missed to the right. Doty will attempt. Out of the hold of Ahrens. Ball's on the tee, and the kick whistles down the middle this time. Our score with 4:59 to go in the half is Sidney 13, Bridgeport nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
Platte Valley Companies is your home team financial and insurance network that works for you.
Platte Valley Bank provides a broad range of financial tools for your short and long-term business needs. Our experienced commercial lenders will work with you every step of the way to help your business grow. At Platte Valley Bank, we are proud to provide you with local decisions by hometown people for your hometown business.
Respect for tradition, coupled with vision that looks to the next frontier. Platte Valley Bank, a Platte Valley company, member FDIC.
There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey, Malarkey Legacy, and Highlander architectural shingles. You know you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy Class 4 UL 2218 shingles, where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber and Home Center, your lumber one since 1971.
Welcome back, 13-0. Sidney on top, Doty scoring from inside a yard. Ahrens with the interception return for the other touchdown. Doty added the PAT, so 13-0. Doty boots it away. Ball's going to hit at about the 15. It'll have to be fielded. It's a live football. Lussetto trying to sprint around the right side, turns the corner at the 20. He's going to tightrope his way down the sideline and is nearly to the 30-yard line before he goes down. He picked that up at about the 10 and returns it 20 yards. So it'll be at their own 30. Bridgeport has it with 4:50 remaining in the half, down 13-0.
Bulldogs take over first down, 10 yards to go from their own 30-yard line.
Fessler will be at quarterback. Has Lang to his right, two receivers right, one left. So in the shotgun, takes the snap, faked the pass, then tucked it away quickly and will only have a yard out of the play as the linebacking core of Cade Lewis and Zach Weiser combine, along with the defensive lineman Jackson Witt. So a short gain makes it second down, 9 plus maybe a football. Inside 4.5 minutes to go before halftime. Sidney expected to do big things in C1 this year as they move down. Bridgeport in C2. Young offensive line. Up under center this time. Fessler will hand it to the I-back and caught in the backfield. Spun down is Joshua Warren. Warren will pick up nothing and in fact will lose back to the 28-yard line. So that'll be a loss of 3 on the play. And it will bring up third down a dozen. So far 0 for 3 on third down conversions for Bridgeport. Sidney is 1 out of 5. And we've got headlights on a car as it's backing away. It looks like the TV crew's heading out to another game and delaying the game because of their headlights shining on the field. Possible blinding of players during a play. Now we're ready to go. Third and a dozen. It'll be a handoff, direct handoff for nothing. That Sidney line just came pouring through, and there was nothing for Lang on the play. In fact, he'll lose a yard. So it's 4th down, 13 yards to go. And 2:52 remains. Bridgeport may try and milk the clock here as much as they can to keep Sidney from having a lot of time left. Try and score again. Fessler is back. He had a 33-yard punt his first time. A lot of men up on the line for Sidney, and we're going to have timeout taken by Sidney. 2:26 to go in the half. 13-0 Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
Last school year, 17 students were honored as the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Kids from Scottsbluff, Gering, Bridgeport, Bayard, Mitchell, and Banner County received winning nominations, and with a new school year underway, it's once again time for the public to nominate deserving K-12 students to be the next Star Student of the Week. How do you get your nomination in? Just go to pvbank.com, fill out the nomination form, and watch KNEB.TV News every Friday during the school year to see if your star student was selected.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
A wobble off the side of the foot of Fessler, but it takes a friendly roll and will end up on the Sidney half of the field. So it'll be the 48-yard line. The punt will be a 25-yarder this time. And Sidney will have the ball in pretty good shape. First down, 10. About half the field to go. The last time their drive was from the Bridgeport 48-yard line. This time they'll start at their own 48-yard line. But only 2 minutes, 23 seconds remain in the half now. Looks like we had a flag and the officials again in consultation. So who knows, we may end up trying this all over again, depending on who it was against and the coach's decision. Again, at halftime, we'll look at scores. We'll give you the team stats through the first 24 minutes of playing time. And then third quarter coming up on KDB.TV. We thank you for being along with us tonight. Chuck Swartz and the crew. We had softball at Gering last night. There will be volleyball, softball coming up. And, of course, we will have football with Scottsbluff and Gering on KDB.TV later in the season also. Official comes over to explain the situation. Officials trying to make sure they've got it right as they talk for several more minutes here. And I think it was holding on Sidney. Now, did it occur before the change of possession? That's going to be the key, because the line of scrimmage was the 27. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty, and that will make it 4th and 3 instead. But the line of scrimmage now the 37-yard line, and we're going to have timeout taken again. So with 2 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the half, It's 13-0 Sidney on the Wesco scoreboard.
Monument Mall has been a huge part of the commercial retail market that has served the Scottsbluff Gearing area for well over 2 decades. Many have the misconception that leasing or renting a retail commercial space at Monument Mall is not affordable. On the contrary, our retail spaces have never been more affordable than now. Often having several spaces to choose from for rental or lease options, we have kiosks and retail merchandising units available for your needs to help your business thrive. So don't hesitate. Feel free to give us a call. For more information, please contact Krista Pelster, our property manager, at 308-632-6000.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Looks like Bridgeport's going for it or trying to draw Sidney offside. Didn't get it done, so Bridgeport will take timeout. Still 2:23 to go, 13-0 Sidney on the Wesco scoreboard.
What are you waiting for? A 6-year limited powertrain warranty? Savings on performance-matched implements? 0% APR financing for up to 5 years. Head down to your local Kubota dealer before September 30th and take advantage of this incredible offer on the BX Series, America's best-selling subcompact tractor. Kubota, this is what we do.
Come into Sandberg Implement, your local Kubota dealer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Monument Mall has been a huge part of the commercial retail market that has served the Scottsbluff Gearing area for well over 2 decades. Many have the misconception that leasing or renting a retail commercial space at Monument Mall is not affordable. On the contrary, our retail spaces have never been more affordable than now. Often having several spaces to choose from for rental or lease options, we have kiosks and retail merchandising units available for your needs to help your business thrive. So don't hesitate. Feel free to give us a call. For more information, please contact Krista Pelster, our property manager, at 308-632-6000.
Punt is away, and it will be downed at the Sidney 30-yard line as Bridgeport had tried to draw him off, couldn't, and it'll be a 33-yard punt. So Sidney will have the ball, but back considerably from where they could have been, and less time on the clock. 2:12 remains. Sidney's at their own 30-yard line. First down and 10, leading at 13-0. Shotgun. Linebackers are coming. It'll be Lewis. He's tripped up, stumbles to the 31-yard line. Second down, 9 yards to go. Lewis already with his 13th carry of the game. We're inside 2 minutes to go. We'll see if Sidney starts airing it out. Clock will be inside a minute 40 as they come to the line. Shotgun. Split end left, flanker right. Wide side is the right. And it will be the back, and Lewis will be spun down shy of the first down. He'll be at about the 38-yard line. 7-yard pickup. Third down, 2 yards to go. First down would stop the clock. And then at that point, Sidney may decide they can throw, because even if they would throw incomplete 4 times, Bridgeport wouldn't get the ball back in the half. Maddox right, Ahrens to the left. It'll be a handoff first back. That's Onstott. He's got the first down. Onstott with only his 3rd carry of the ball game. That will be their 6th first down of the ball game to the 42-yard line. 50 seconds remain in the half. Shotgun, he's throwing. Looking over the middle, that's Ahrens, he's got it. and he's going to drag the tackler with him inside the 10-yard line. So with 36 seconds, Sidney will have plenty of time. It'll be to the 7-yard line. First down, goal to go. 51 yards on the pass attempt, the first one that's completed, and it's a big one. Shotgun formation, end and slot right. One to the left, fumble, and falling on the ball will be Ahrens at the 13-yard line. Remember, no timeouts. We had a flag that will stop the clock. Fortunate break for Sidney. Regardless of what it is, they need to be up over the football to snap it. But the official has not indicated as of yet what the penalty was, who the penalty was on. Looks like it was on Sidney. Yes, it will be declined. That's the smart play by Jared Dean, the coach there, to make it a second down. Yardage about the same distance either way. But now with 18 seconds, it's second down. They're wanting 5 seconds on the clock to make it 23 seconds to go. At halftime, we'll have to get you a shot of that harvest moon up there. It is certainly a pretty one. Actually, it's well before the harvest moon yet. That's more of an October. So 23 seconds. Sidney will have second down goal from the 13 of Bridgeport. Leading at 13-0, this could be a key stand the next couple 3 plays, depending on if the clock stops in time for Sidney to roll some off. It's a bootleg. He's in trouble, but breaks free. Still in trouble, using up a lot of time, but he's going to sprint into the end zone, but we have penalty flags thrown. It's going against Sidney from the reaction of their players. It'll go against Sidney, and obviously this will be accepted by Bridgeport because it negates the touchdown. And this will go clear out to the 18-yard line, so a 5-yard penalty. So we're still at second down, but goal to go from the 18 and 12 seconds remain. Double receivers both ways. Doty is going to look left all the way. He's slinging it. He's got Ahrens there, and it's off his fingertips with 6 seconds to go. So it's going to be third down. This could be the last play, barring a penalty. Let's see if they set the same formation or if they go trips. They go trips left. Sidney will have 3 receivers left, and it looks like Bridgeport will take their last timeout. 6 seconds to go in the half. 13-0 Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
Have a ball this fall getting your property in shape with a new John Deere compact tractor. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all compacts, like the hard-working 1 family and the economical 3E series. And get $500 off with the purchase of 2 qualifying implements that turn your tractor into the workhorse it was built to be. Clean up your property and clean up on savings with John Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Welcome back. We're taking a short timeout this time just so we don't miss what could be the last play of the half. As it's been wild these last 2 minutes. pass was dropped there that could have been another touchdown. But Bridgeport earlier in the half really did a good job of keeping the offense from scoring quickly, and that took up some time that is becoming precious now. Here's a throw for the end zone. It will be caught for the touchdown. In the back corner of the end zone, what a catch. And that'll be Ariano. Letcher, excuse me. Christian Letcher for the touchdown. And that was from 18 yards out. That was an incredible catch with literally no time showing on the clock. Ball's on the tee, kick is solid, and it is 20-0. So we're going to take an extended timeout to get some of the stats ready for you. A 2-minute break coming up with our score at halftime. Sidney 20, Bridgeport nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
Stack up on some great savings with State Farm agent Kerr Heilbron from Gearing, Nebraska. Kerr Heilbron can help you save hundreds by adding your renter's policy to your auto insurance. Think of it as insurance with the cherry on top. Get to a better state. Call Kerr Heilbron today.
Bye, Mom. Have fun.
Maybe next weekend.
Why wait? With the affordable John Deere 3E Series tractor, you can clear the chore list in no time. Go from to-do to done.
Looks like we had nothing to worry about.
Bring a 3E home today for just $139 per month. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Where can you find gifts for everyone? TC and More. That's where. Come in and look at what you've been missing. Gifts for the ladies. Gifts to remember. The gift of light. Gifts for your home. Gifts for the kids. Gifts for the Husker fan. For the perfect gift, stop in and visit TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff. And remember, TC and More still has all of your children's educational materials.
Stack up on some great savings with State Farm agent Kerr Heilbron from Gearing, Nebraska. Kerr Heilbron can help you save hundreds by adding your renter's policy to your auto insurance. Think of it as insurance with the cherry on top. Get to a better state. Call Kerr Heilbron today.
Welcome back at halftime. Our score 20-0 is Sidney with some great clock management right there at the end, as they end up scoring with no time on the clock and enjoy the 3-touchdown lead. A couple of extra points have been made. Let's go ahead and look at some of the individual stats. We'll get team stats in comparison coming up in a bit. First for Bridgeport. Their offense has basically been Fessler, the quarterback. He has 46 yards rushing in 6 carries. Schnell has 2 carries for a -1. Lang has 4 carries, -2. And Warren has 1 for a -3 for a total of 40 yards rushing at halftime. Fessler's 0 for 2 with an interception, so no yards passing. 40 yards total offense at halftime for Bridgeport. Now for Sidney. Their quarterback, Eric Doty, has 7 carries, 6 yards to his credit. Lewis, 14 carries, 63 yards. Onstott, 3 carries, 14 yards. And Weiser, 1 carry for 5 yards. That's a total of 88 yards rushing. Passing, Doty is 2 for 4, 69. plus a touchdown. Those passes have gone to Aarons for 51 and Letcher 1 for 18. So total offense of 157 at halftime for Sidney. We'll look at the teams in comparison when we come back. 20-0 Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey, Malarkey Legacy, and Highlander architectural shingles. You know, you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy Class 4 UL 2218 shingles, where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber and Home Center, your lumber one since 1971.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Welcome back. Let's look at the team stats in comparison. 27 plays for Sidney, 15 for Bridgeport. Rushing, Sidney 88 yards, Bridgeport has 40. Passing, 69, including that last 18 with no time on the clock for Sidney, 0 for Bridgeport. Total yards, 157 for Sidney, 40 for Bridgeport. First downs, 8 for Sidney, including that one on the last play, and 1 for Bridgeport. Penalties, 4 for 20 on Sidney, 1 for 5 on Bridgeport. Both teams have punted it twice. Sidney has averaged 41 yards, Bridgeport 33. No turnovers for Sidney, 1 for Bridgeport. The interception, both teams have had a fumble, but they recovered it. Third down conversions, Sidney's 2 of 7, Bridgeport is 0 of 4. When we come back, we'll look at some of the scores for Panhandle teams. Thanks for being along on KDB.TV. It's 20-0 Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey, Malarkey Legacy, and Highlander architectural shingles. You know, you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy Class 4 UL 2218 shingles, where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber and Home Center, your lumber one since 1971.
So you're going to help families in other countries farm instead of this farm.
Well, it's what I've always wanted to do, Dad. Dad, this is ridiculous.
Not now. Come on.
James is leaving.
Tell him I'll send him a note later.
Come see me, Christy Sulik, at 1012 Avenue I in Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. Looking up some of the scores on the KNEB High School Sports Headquarters here, and some interesting scores that maybe we would not have anticipated, but let's go ahead and take a look at what we do have here. A game yesterday saw Twin Loop defeat Anselmo Myrna 18-14. A final, it was an afternoon game. Arthur County lost to Hyannis. Hyannis 71, Arthur County 55. At halftime, York is ahead of Alliance 42-7. It's Edgemont, South Dakota leading Crawford at the half by a 14-7 score. South Platte defeated Maywood 45-0. That is a final. It's Creek Valley losing in the third quarter to Eustis Farnham 56-33. Kimball, Garden County are scoreless in the first. Gordon Rushville leads Chadron at halftime 6-0. Sioux County and Minutair scoreless in the first. Maxwell and Morrill scoreless in the first. Mullen leading Hemmingford at halftime 32-6. Northwest ahead of Gering in the third quarter by a 54-0 score. Scotts Bluff is ahead of North Platte in the fourth quarter now, 41-7. Hayes Springs leading Potter Dixon the second by a 34-0 score. And also a halftime score, Valentine and Mitchell. Valentine's ahead 21-7 in that game. Just trying to look through and see if I had anything else. Sutherland and South Loop isn't showing up. And Sidney, of course, leading Bridgeport 20-0. Bayard in the second quarter 37, and Layton Banner County nothing. So Bayard in their 8-man introduction, 37-0. They're on top in their ball game. I don't think anything else has updated here, so that brings you up to date on scores that we have. Again, South Platte won 45-0 over Maywood Hayes Center. Consolidation 45-0. So that's where we stand. And here, as we get ready for the second half to get underway, we have a score of Sidney 20 and Bridgeport nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
What are you waiting for? A 6-year limited powertrain warranty? Savings on performance-matched implements? 0% APR financing for up to 5 years. Head down to your local Kubota dealer before September 30th and take advantage of this incredible offer on the BX Series, America's best-selling subcompact tractor. Kubota. This is what we do.
Come into Sandberg Implement, your local Kubota dealer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Compliments for you and your home has got the latest decor. Come in today and see what you can create. Start with great home decor from Uttermost, lamps, chairs, and vases for any taste. Need a little light for a more intimate feeling? Flameware is a recharging LED light that simulates candle flames. Rootworks bowls are hand-carved, one-of-a-kind wooden bowls you can't find anywhere else. Finally, for a little accent, try these leather and Western-style pillows from High End. Compliments for you and your home, downtown Scottsbluff.
Chuck Swartz welcoming you back as Bridgeport takes the field. Here comes Sidney and that beautiful moon up there for the crowd to enjoy. Sidney enjoying a 20-0 lead in the ball game right now. Scoring on the final play of the half. They had 6 in the first quarter on Aaron's 40-yard interception return. Kick was no good. Then with 4:59 to go, 12-play, 48-yard drive that took 6 minutes off the clock, capped by Doty's 1-yard run. His kick was good. It was 13-0. And then with no time to go, it was the touchdown pass from Doty to Letcher, and it is 20-0. That was a 7-play drive for Sidney, battling the clock all the way. Started at their own 30-yard line. So a 7-minute drive, and it took exactly 2 minutes and 12 seconds. I can say that with certainty because they scored with no time to go. Well, Chris Cottrell is on 101.7 The Trail, and Scottsbluff enjoying the big lead. Tyler Cavalli's on 960 AM for us, and Northwest all over Gering and Josh Hyatt's coaching debut. 54-0, and of course their quarterback, a 3-year starter for Northwest, was within 350 yards approximately entering this game of breaking the Class B career record, and he has at least probably 9 games to go, barring injury, of course. So an incredible quarterback. So they've set the warm-up period up, so we'll take another break and we'll have the third quarter coming up. It's Sidney 20, Bridgeport 0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Buyers Realty has been helping people in the community find their dream home since 1994. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, our friendly staff will put in the work to help you reach the finish line. We also do property management for buildings in Scottsbluff, Gering, and beyond. You can find an extensive list of our properties by visiting our website at callbuyersrealty.com. Or you can visit our Scottsbluff offices on Avenue B, right next to Bumper to Bumper. Community strong, community proud, we have what you're looking for.
Being an Allo customer just got even better. 3 times better, in fact. We've tripled our standard internet speed from 100 to 300 megs at no additional cost to you. This isn't one of those limited time offers that will melt away either. 3 times the streaming, 3 times the gaming, 3 times the uploading, all for the same price. Why? Because we love our customers. Allo, no gimmicks, no limits, no kidding, and still no contracts.
Where can you find gifts for everyone? TC and More. That's where. Come in and look at what you've been missing. Gifts for the ladies. Gifts to remember. The gift of light. Gifts for your home. Gifts for the kids. Gifts for the Husker fan. For the perfect gift, stop in and visit TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff. And remember, TC and More still has all of your children's educational materials.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Well, the warm-up period is over. Bridgeport team out. Here comes Sidney out. Sidney received the ball to start the game, so Bridgeport should get it here. They'll be at the left-hand side, the north end of the field, to receive Doty's kick. Doty also the punter. He's averaging 41 yards a punt on the 2 punts. Of course, it's Fessler for Bridgeport, also the quarterback, also the punter. He's averaging 33 on his 2. So we haven't had that many possessions in this ball game. Sidney has had it 4 times. They've scored twice. Bridgeport has had it 4 times. And they have had an interception return by Sidney for a score. We are ready to go. Warren on the near side. He'll take the line drive at the 12. Gets a block, stumbles over his own blocker, and is going to be wrapped up and goes down inside the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Christian Letcher of Sidney. So Bridgeport will have the ball. First down, 10 yards to go. Looks to be their own 27-yard line. So first down, 10 for Bridgeport. They've had one big play. That was the quarterback Fessler with a 46-yard run. Other than that, Sidney has bottled them up. Wallison comes to the near side. Lucetto to the far side as receivers. Straight I formation. Cooper, the front back. The deep back will get the ball. That's Schnell. And Schnell will have a yard out of the play. So only his 3rd carry of the ball game. He's 3 for 0, and Lang is 4 for -2. Warren is 1 for -3. Fessler 6 for 46. So second down, 9. Ball on the right hash mark. Wallison again right. Lucetto left. Straight I. Back to throw. Under pressure and going down at the 20-yard line will be Fessler. Looks like Jobman and Pettit combine on the stop. The huge sack back at the 18-yard line. A 10-yard loss. It'll bring up 3rd and 19. And Bridgeport 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Tough row to hoe here. 3rd and 19, and Sidney with a chance to just tee off. Shotgun this time. Lang stands beside Fessler. He'll keep it, flips it out on a near lateral to the near side, and being tackled and driven out is Schnell. It will be a gain on the play, a short one, and will be the first completion for Fessler in his 3 tries. See, they forced him out of bounds at the 23-yard line. So a 5-yard pickup. Schnell with the first reception. 4th down, 14 yards to go from the 23. Fessler back, now just a single safety for Sidney. Good snap, rush on, kick is away, and it will be coming down near midfield. And it's going to be Maddox who will get a couple, maybe only one, depending. 149 to the other is what it looks like it'll be. So a 28-yard punt. And a return of 2 yards to the 49-yard line. So the Raiders will start in Bridgeport territory for the 2nd time in the ball game. The other resulted in a 12-play, 48-yard drive for a touchdown. Sidney will come up over the ball on the left hash mark. Shotgun formation with a split end left. And it's going to be a big run for the first down. Well, he's going to have it to the 36-yard line. Lewis with another big run. That'll be a 12-yard pickup, the 9th first down for Sidney. And Lewis at 75 yards in 15 attempts. Same formation. It'll be the quick out pass this time, and Maddox will gain yardage to the 34-yard line. So he'll only pick up a couple on the play. That'll be the third completion for the quarterback, Eric Doty. But it gives Bridgeport something else to think about here. Second down, about 8 yards to go for Sidney on this drive. This will be their third play. They had a first down on the first carry by Lewis. It's going to be a direct handoff, breaking free and running over people down to the 15-yard line is going to be the power running back, Zach Weiser. He had a carry early in the ball game. We hadn't seen anything from him since. It's to the 15, so a 19-yard pickup on the play. 10th first down. And the clock starts with 9 minutes, 2 seconds to go. And it's going to be a handoff to the first back through, Weiser again, and he'll have nice yardage. He's inside the 10. As they plant it down, it'll be the 9-yard line the way it looks. So 6 on the play, second down, 4 yards to go. 3 carries, 30 yards for Weiser in the ball game. Sidney ahead 20-0, 8.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Their first possession. They forced a 3-and-out by Bridgeport. Maddox right, Aaron's left. Shotgun again. It's Onstadt, and the ball may have come out as there was a mix-up on the handoff, and Bridgeport has recovered. Second fumble, this one is recovered by Bridgeport. So Bridgeport gets the ball back deep in their own territory. They'll be at their own 5-yard line. So Onstadt will be credited with a 4-yard gain on the play, but they lost the ball. So Bridgeport staving off what looked to be a touchdown drive. Let's see if they can generate some offense here against a stout Sidney defense. Fessler's up under center. He'll toss it, and really a nice run through traffic as dodging, darting, and finding a little bit of room will be Charles Lang. So that's to the 7-yard line for 2 on the play. Second down, 8. Second down, 8, 7 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Double receivers right, the short side of the field. And the snap is bobbled. Fessler has it and decides to just head up field as much as he can, and he'll pick up a yard to the 8-yard line. So third down and 7 yards to go. And that infamous third down again for Bridgeport, as Sidney has not allowed them a single first down on a third down play. 20-0 with 7 minutes to go, third quarter, Sidney leading it. I believe Onstadt may have had that last carry instead of Lang. We'll check it and see as we can here. Rolling out, throwing, it'll be caught for the first down. Tackle made by Aarons, but not until the first down grab was made. Logan Nichols would have made the catch. So the second first down, this one going to the 18 for a 10-yard pickup. Nichols with his first catch of the ball game, and Bridgeport getting a fresh set of downs with 6:20 remaining. Fessler will toss it on the right side again. Trying to turn the corner is Schnell, and he'll get it maybe for a yard. Yep, to the 19-yard line. Second down. 9 yards to go.
Dobman also helps out. Pettit as well.
So second down, 9 yards to go. First third down conversion of the ball game for Bridgeport also. So positive move by the offense here in the third quarter. We're a little over halfway through the quarter. Wallison to the right, Lusetto to the left, I formation for Fessler. He'll toss it right side this time, and that's going to be Max Cooper. Cooper trying to fight hard, stays on his feet, and has it just shy of the 20. We'll see if they really move the chains or not. Not much. We'll call it third down and 9 yards to go. So Cooper carrying.
Third down, 9 to go.
We're inside 5 minutes to go, third quarter of play. Bridgeport in C2 and Sidney for the first time in C1. First time these teams have played since 1959. Double receivers right, rolling out, under pressure, hit, staying on his feet will be Fessler, but he's going to be brought down back behind the line of scrimmage, back at around the original line, so it'll be fourth down and 10 yards to go, and bringing up another fourth down situation. So Bridgeport does pick up a first down in this drive, but now forced to punt it away apparently. Aarons and Maddox, the deep men for Sidney. High snap, it's into the end zone. He'll pick it up, gets the kick off. It will bounce at the 30, now over the 35 to the 38. I would say that was about as good as he could hope for. It'll be a 20-yard punt, but considering it went over his head into the end zone, it will be Sidney taking the ball over. They're in good shape again, but were turned away due to a fumble the last time. Up. Looks like we got a player hurt there trying to block that punt, and we're going to have timeout for injury. 3:47 to go third, still 20-0. Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
Why should you come out to Double O Country Store in Banner County? Because we serve locally raised beef, chicken, and bison, and our hamburger buns, cabbage burgers, and pies are homemade every day. Breakfast is served daily from 8 to 11, with all-you-can-eat pancakes on Saturday. Or join us Friday nights for Burger Fest. Choose from 6 specialty burgers or build your own. And for dessert, make sure you save room for one of our homemade milkshakes. We are worth the drive here at Double L Country Store on Highway 71, just 10 minutes south of the Wildcats.
The player that was injured being helped off, Robert Mossbarger, is senior for Sidney. Hopefully he's okay. He's on the far side being attended to now. There was holding against Bridgeport on the play. So will Sidney make them re-kick? They will. So it's going to be about a 10-yard penalty there. We'll actually have to call it an 8-yarder. 9-yard penalty, half the distance. So fourth down again, we'll try the punt all over. In his own end zone this time will be Fessler. Good snap this time, Rush is on, he'll get the kick away. It will be bouncing at the 30, taken at the 40-yard line, and that's kind of dangerous by Alec, but he gets the return. That's Alec Maddox for Sidney. And we'll return it to the 34, but we do have a penalty flag at about where he received that punt. So that was a 30-yard punt. That'll help the average a bit for the punter, Fessler. And this was on the tackle, so it will be a second penalty in very short order. That'll be the inadvertent. So the third penalty. And now we're going to see Sidney starting in even better shape. Boy, at the 29-yard line. They started at the 49 of Bridgeport last time, but didn't score. Now they're at the 29-yard line, where it's first down, 10 yards to go for the offense, leading it 20-0. Shotgun as Doty takes it, fakes. Now he's going to throw. Has all the time in the world, and he's going to sling it deep for Maddox. It's going to be out of bounds. So it'll go incomplete. Brings up second down, 10 yards to go. Doty is 3 for 6, 71 yards and a touchdown passing in this ball game. Now as they put the ball down, last time the back of the football was on the 29. Now the front of the football is on the 28. So they picked up a yard on an incomplete pass. Flanker right, split end left. And we had a penalty flag and whistle before the play. That's going against Sidney, I would suspect, but let's see. As they threw the flag, there could have been contact by the defense before the snap. Yep, it is. That was Bridgeport. So Bridgeport had only one penalty at halftime, and now they've had 3 this half. So the ball moves, should be the 24 for stat purposes, but it's the 23 because of where they put the ball down. And second down still for Sidney. 3:23 remains. They started the drive with 3:33 on the clock. Doty will hand it off to Lewis. He spins inside the 20 and will be to the 17. That'll be enough for the first down. So a 7-yard pickup. The 11th first down for Sidney in the ball game. They have just been very, very methodical. Lewis has been the major ball carrier. He has 82 yards in 16 carries in the ball game. Maddox right, Aarons to the left. Onstott and Lewis, the backs. It'll be Onstott, and he's going to carry tacklers with him to the 10. See if they say 11 for forward progress. Looks to be. So 6 on the play for Onstott there. Second down 4 for Sidney. And they're at the 11-yard line of Bridgeport. Just over 2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. It's been a scoreless third quarter. Bridgeport's offense, Jared Dean had said, would probably be a struggle early in the year with so many new offensive linemen, and couple that with the huge defensive line Sidney has. It has been a trek for them tonight. Here's the handoff to Lewis. He's free over the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. So Lewis will score on the 4th play of the drive. He scores from 11 yards out. He nears 23 or 93 now on the night, so he's only 7 away from the 100 plateau. And with 2:13 remaining in the quarter, it's now 26-0 with the PAT to come. Ball's on the tee, it's thumped solidly, and it is good. So our score with 2:13 to go, 27-0 Sidney on the Wesco scoreboard.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
So you're going to help families in other countries farm instead of this farm?
Well, it's what I've always wanted to do, Dad. Dad, this is ridiculous.
Not now. Come on.
James is leaving.
Tell him I'll send him a note later.
Come see me, Christy Sulik, at 1012 Avenue I in Scottsbluff.
Ready for the kickoff with Sidney ahead 27-0 now. First points of the third quarter coming with 2:13 remaining. And Doty puts the foot into this one. Line drive down to about the 11-yard line. And making his move is Joshua Warren. And he makes a nice return for Bridgeport. And we've got a Sidney player down. The way he's acting might be a cramp, but let's hope that's all it is. But we are going to have to attend to an injured player here for a moment. The line of scrimmage is going to be the 32-yard line where Bridgeport will have the ball with 2 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the quarter. While they attend to him, let's take a short timeout. 2:04 to go, 27-0 Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
Compliments for you and your home has got the latest decor. Come in today and see what you can create. Start with great home decor from Uttermost. Lamps, chairs, and vases for any taste. Need a little light for a more intimate feeling? Flameware is a recharging LED light that simulates candle flames. Rootworks bowls are hand-carved, one-of-a-kind wooden bowls you can't find anywhere else. Finally, for a little accent, try these leather and Western-style pillows from High End. Compliments for you and your home. Downtown Scottsbluff.
Letcher going off the field under his own power for Sidney, so that's good news. Got a flanker right, split end left for Bridgeport on first down, 10 to go. Lissetto on the near side near the Bridgeport bench. Shotgun formation, and second man taking the handoff. Pretty good job of deception by Fessler there, and that was Schnell carrying. He'll have a couple to the 34-yard line. So second down, 8 yards to go. Minute and 42 seconds, clock running. We're inside a minute 40 now as Bridgeport breaks the huddle, trailing at 27-0. Again, we'll have Lissetto to the near side. Flanker on the right. And the ball will be handed off. Second man. Could be Schnell, could be Lang with single digits. It's kind of hard to tell, and it's going to be Schnell who carries, and he'll have it to the 35. So third down, 7 yards to go. Another third down situation here for Bridgeport. They are now 1 of 7 on third downs in the ball game. Lissetto comes to the right side again. Straight eye. And it's going to be keeper by the quarterback, and Fessler will struggle out to the 31 or 2. When they plant the ball down, we'll know what it's going to be, fourth and what for Bridgeport here. It's going to be to the 36-yard line for a 1-yard pickup. Fourth down, 5 yards to go. And we could see the third punt of the half, the 5th of the game for Fessler. Ahrens, Maddox, the 2 men back for Sidney. Fessler stands inside his own 25-yard line. Snaps at his ankles, but he has it. Thumps it away. And it's going to be taken by Ahrens, and he breaks a tackle. Midfield to the 40. Spins out of another tackle, stays on his feet, and the pile moves to the 35-yard line. Wow. What a return. That was, let's see, a 29-yard punt. We have a Bridgeport player down now. And the return will take it all the way to the Bridgeport 35-yard line. And we've got a timeout for injury again, so we'll take a quick one. That's the end of the quarter anyway. So 27-0 Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Just because we smoke our new beef short rib and brisket for an absurd number of hours doesn't mean we love it more than any other meats. It just means you probably will. Arby's, we have the meats.
Why should you come out to Double O Country Store in Banner County? Because we serve locally raised beef, chicken, and bison, and our hamburger buns, cabbage burgers, and pies are homemade every day. Breakfast is served daily from 8 to 11, with all-you-can-eat pancakes on Saturday. Or join us Friday nights for Burger Fest. Choose from 6 specialty burgers or build your own. And for dessert, make sure you save room for one of our homemade milkshakes. We are worth the drive here at Double L Country Store on Highway 71, just 10 minutes south of the Wildcats.
The quarter ended while the injury timeout was being taken for Charles Lang, so we will have Sidney reversing directions here. The ball has actually been spotted inside the 35 at the 34. So it will be first down from the 34 for Sidney. Only 34 yards to go for another touchdown. They lead 27-0. Doty still operating at quarterback. Has Onstadt and Lewis in the backfield with him. Aaron splits to the right side. Maddox flanks to the left. Ball's on the right hash mark. So wide side to the left. Bridgeport showing a 4-man front. They'll put Maddox in motion this time and toss it to him. He'll cut back in, and he will have some yardage out of the play to the 32-yard line. Only a couple on the play as Bridgeport a nice job of defending that one. That'll be the first carry for Maddox in the game. So second down, 8 to go. Sidney in control of the ball game right now. Kind of expected with the talent they had back this year. And Bridgeport trying to replace their line in particular, plus going with a sophomore quarterback. It's going to be Lewis up the middle. He already has one nice run for a touchdown late last quarter, and he'll have it to the 24-yard line, and it looks to have enough by about a half a yard for the first down. He does. So that will be the 13th first down of the ball game for Sidney. Lewis is over the century mark with 101 yards now rushing in the ball game. Just over 11 minutes to go. Sidney up 27-0. Bridgeport hasn't subbed a lot. They only have 28 players on the roster, remember. 51 for Sidney. And it'll be a trip set left. And we're going to have delay of game against Sidney. They kind of had Bridgeport confused there, but the penalty will give Bridgeport a chance to regroup. And that's the first penalty for Sidney this half. They had 4 in the first half. So first and 15 from the 29 of Bridgeport. Same formation, trips left, and they'll motion Maddox. They'll swing him the pass. He'll make the catch and be drilled. Nice tackle by Joshua Warren as Maddox makes the catch on the swing pass and loses yardage to the 31. So 2nd and 17. That will be a pass completion. But Maddox now with 2 catches, 0 yards, +2 and -2. Second down, 17 from the 31. Double receivers to both sides. One back, and it'll be the quarterback keeping. Oh, Doty with a nice move. He's in a foot race to the far side and is brought down by Fessler to prevent the touchdown. That's going to be spotted to the 3, I think. Let's see as they bring it in. Yep, the 3-yard line. So first down, goal from the 3. Doty with a 28-yard scamper. And the 14th first down for Sidney in the game. 9:45. Clock is running as the chains are set. Full house backfield, and we've got backfield in motion. So we've got the 6th penalty against Sidney coming up. That'll put them back to first and goal at the 8-yard line. Stops the clock with 9:35 remaining. Since the games were in Central Time down the road, we will have some finals to get you here, more than we did at halftime. Valentine's ahead of Mitchell 34-7 in the 4th as we look at the KDB Sports app, and a hesitation staccato count, and Sidney's got that 5 yards back just like that. So it's going to be at the 3, first down goal. Bayard's ahead of Layton Banner County 50-6. Chadron has taken the lead against Gordon Rushville 14-6. York leading Alliance early third, still 42-7. And here is the carry for the touchdown. Made it look simple.
We're going to call number 42 in the ball carrier. Could have been 47. We're not certain, but 42.
Yeah, Onstadt, I believe, was the carrier there. Again, the PAT kick, so Onstadt, 3-yard run. And here comes Aaron's in to hold for Doty. And he'll hit it off the left upright, but we had a whistle early, I thought. But nope, I guess they were just seeing the kick was no good. And the score, Sidney 33, Bridgeport nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
Just because we smoke our new beef short.
Being an Allo customer just got even better. 3 times better, in fact. We've tripled our standard internet speed from 100 to 300 megs at no additional cost to you. This isn't one of those limited time offers that will melt away either. 3 times the streaming, 3 times the gaming, 3 times the uploading, all for the same price. Why? Because we love our customers. Allo, no gimmicks, no limits, no kidding, and still no contracts.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
It's 33-0 Sidney with 9:16 to go. Chadron has increased their lead over Gordon Rushville to 20-6 now. York leads Alliance 49-14 in the 4th. Bayard over Layton Banner County 50-6. Hayes Springs 48-0 over Potter Dix. Mullen defeated Hemingford 52-12. Hyannis earlier today 71-55 in their game. And Scottsbluff beat North Platte 41-20. Kick comes down at the 15-yard line. Warren is hit and will be shy of the 25-yard line, where Bridgeport will set it up with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And now trailing at 33-0. They're going to say 25, so first down and 10. Northwest beat Gering 61-0 in Josh Hyatt's debut as the head coach for the Bulldogs.
25-yard line. Their own 25.
So with 9:10 to go, see if Bridgeport can keep battling here. Double receivers come left. Lassetto goes wide right with the ball on the left hash mark. And we have a new quarterback, and the ball is over the head of Wallison, and he'll slide and make the recovery inside the 5. Let's see where first contact was. They're going to say back at about the 2-yard line. So that's going to be a 23-yard loss. 2nd and 33. And that's the first carry officially of the season for Wallison, not one that he wanted there. We're inside 9 minutes to go. Between the 2 and the 3-yard line is where Bridgeport will set up. Running back is deep in the end zone. Hand off to the fullback, and there won't be much coming there either, as Sidney was stacking up the middle. Going to check and see who, that was number 17, Cooper, who carried. Cooper will gain nothing on the play. So it's 3rd and 33. Play being brought in by Argamosa. We're at 8 minutes to go now. Lang, the deep running back, next to the quarterback. Wallison takes the snap, rolls right, looks, now he's pursued on the right side, sprints to the far side, and will be dragged out of bounds at the 7-yard line. He'll pick up 4 on the play. So Wallison getting a little bit of that yardage back after the high center snap, but it's going to be 4th and 29 for Bridgeport. That stops the clock, 7:38 remaining. Fessler will be in the end zone to take the snap. Looks like we have Connor Hartzler, a sophomore, back as the returner for Sidney, standing inside the Bridgeport 40-yard line. It bounces back. Fessler picks it up, gets the kick away somehow, and it's going to take a Bridgeport hop, but still stop at the 33-yard line. So it'll be a 26-yard punt this time. And Sidney, for the 4th consecutive time, will take over in Bridgeport territory at the 33. First down, 10 yards to go. Leading at 33-0, 7.5 minutes. I want to mention that the running clock begins at 35, so if Sidney would score, the running clock would be in effect the rest of the way, but Bridgeport has battled hard against a much larger opponent. Hand off to the lone running back, and there will be a little bit coming out of this one, but not much as Bridgeport stacks up the running back, Bo Wamsley. Wamsley will gain a yard. So it's 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Sidney is 2 of 7 on 3rd downs in the ball game. Haven't had too many of them. Wamsley again. He'll keep the legs churning, and he'll be to the 28-yard line. 4-yard pickup this time, so 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Now they spot it back closer to the 29, so 3rd and 6.
6 to go for the Raiders.
6:24, clock running. Subs in for Sidney in the offensive backfield now. Wamsley turns the corner but doesn't get much out of this one. That'll be Dylan Metz, a freshman, making a nice form tackle on Wamsley. No gain on the play. So 4th down, 6 yards to go. Sidney too far for a field goal. Doubt they'll punt it. They'll probably just run the ball here. Looks like Logan Walmsley is in the ball game. Bo Walmsley also in. That'll be Bo. Nice hesitation move. Waited for his blockers, but he still won't have quite enough for the first down. Needed 6, he got 5. So the ball will go over on downs. And Bridgeport will have the ball with 5:23 remaining. So Bridgeport will get the ball back. That allows them the opportunity to get some of their backups, some experience here. It's at the 24. First down and 10. Can't begin to say enough that Sidney is a team that definitely is improved from last year. They're going to be a force. And Bridgeport's battled hard. Wallison will be up under center this time. He'll give it to his big fullback. The ball came out. Of course, defense always indicates they've got the ball. We'll have to wait and see. They do. So Mason Nichols will have the carry. Mason Nichols, the carry. He'll gain about 3, but cough up the football. First lost fumble by Bridgeport in the game. Both teams have had one of those now. And Sidney, with 5 minutes, 19 seconds to go, takes over again in Bridgeport territory at the 28-yard line. That'll be the 5th time in a row they've taken over in the Bulldogs' half of the field. Toss sweep, that's Walmsley. Nice move, juked inside, went outside, shows his speed down the side. He's in for the touchdown. Walmsley will score from 28 yards out. That's Bo. There are a pair of Walmsleys on the roster. Walmsley scoring from 28 on the run. And that makes our score 39-0 with the PAT to come. Again, Aarons to hold. Doty, who has missed a couple of kicks, to attempt one again. Snap a little high. It's on the tee. And it is good. So our score, with 5:10 to go, is now 40-0 Sidney on the Wesco scoreboard.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
It is 40-0 Sidney with 5:10 to go. So running clock in effect. We're going to have Connor Hartzler kicking off. He was a return man a moment ago. And we have a whistle. I don't know that the referee had whistled the ball for play. We'll see. Yeah, I'm going to have to kick this one again because I don't think the ball had been readied for play by the referee, who's down by the return men. And until he signals the go-ahead. Not supposed to run up and kick the football. But little miscommunication there.
I got some headlights on in this north end zone. If you can hear me up there, we need to get your headlights shut off.
So we'll try it again with 5:10 to go. We've got Lusetto on the one side, Warren on the other, and this time a low squib kick that will be covered inside the 30-yard line. Charles Lang covers it up, so we've got, we talked about a running clock, and the clock is stopped. Everybody got the memo except the clock operator, I guess. So the ball will be at the 27.
First down, 10 yards to go. Standard on the 27, 28-yard line.
All kinds of subs in for both teams the rest of the way. Wallace in the quarterback. He'll toss it, and that'll be Dylan Metz. Metz will have a couple. Second and 8, 2-yard pickup for Metz there. 4 minutes, 40 seconds, 40-0 Sidney, so the running clock in effect. I formation for Wallison. He'll toss it the other direction. Same ball carrier, and a nice bit of running by Metz, has it to the 36-yard line. So that'll be a 7-yard pickup and bring up third down and short. About third down, yard and a half maybe here, as he needs approximately the 37 and a half, the way it looks, and he's at about the 36. Hate to deal in fractions, but it's a long one, a short 2. 4 minutes to go. Wallison will have Nichols as the fullback. Metz is the I-back. Receiver is Chance Cooper. And Wallison hands it away to the fullback, and that's a first down for Mason Nichols. Nichols will carry for 5. That's going to be the third first down of the ball game for Bridgeport to the 41. Nichols only a freshman. Couple of carries, 8 yards for him now. Toss sweep, right side. Metz cuts it back in against the flow and has some big yardage out of this one. He will be brought down on a nice one-on-one tackle by Bo Walmsley right at midfield. He'll pick up 9 to make it second down and 1 yard to go. 3 carries, 18 for Metz in the game now. 2:48, 40-0 Sidney, clock running due to the 35-plus margin. Walmsley will have a new running back right behind him here, the way it looks. And might be one we don't even have a number on. Now, let's see, that was 22, so Damian Bell will carry. And Bell gains 2 yards to the 48-yard line. So it's second down, 8 yards to go. That was the second third down conversion Bridgeport has in the ball game. 2 minutes to go. Toss sweep, Metz again. And Metz will lug it inside the 45. He's to the 42. So he'll have 6 on the play. Third down, 2. Minute and 44. Minute and 35 seconds to go. Wallison getting the play from the sideline, now taking it out to his teammates in the huddle. Second down, I had said 2, but it's 5, so 2nd and 5. Wallison, may have been a busted play there. He'll see if he can turn it into something positive, but no. He'll go down at the 46 or 7, and he got belted pretty hard there. So we will stop the clock for an injury. It will be at the 47, so a loss of 5. So we've got timeout with 58 seconds. Let's take a quick timeout. It's 40-0 Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
There's a place where folks still play with fire. The common ground between backyard barbecue heroes and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
Back again, and Wallison's still being attended to here. Hopefully it's just the wind knocked out of him. He was stood straight up, and that just leaves you in a defenseless position. And he's now up, and we'll get a nice round of applause from both sides of the field. So he was the second quarterback in. Let's see who Jared Dean will use as the third quarterback. Looks like he's just going to have to go back to Fessler. So the starter, Cole Fessler, will come back in. I imagine start of the year here, first game, they haven't had a chance for too many other people to take snaps as the quarterback. So third down, about 8 to go. Fessler will give it away and hit in the backfield, but struggling forward for about a yard will be Metz. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Looks like about 4th down, 7 yards to go. So 4th down could be the last play if it's a wide play. Uses up some time. They will toss it to Metz. Cuts back in. He'll be brought down shy of the first down. He's at the 40. So he'll pick up 5, and the ball will go over to Sidney, but they won't have to snap it. Well, they stopped the clock. The clock's supposed to be running. There we go. And we've got the final ticks, and the score ends up Sidney winning it by a 40-0 score over Bridgeport to go 1-0 on the year. Bridgeport 0-1. Bridgeport has Wood River. Next week, Sidney has Mitchell. We've got a lot of totaling to do. We'll be back. It's 40-0 Sidney on the West Coast scoreboard.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant. Plus, Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Stack up on some great savings with State Farm agent Kerr Heilbrunn from Gearing, Nebraska. Kerr Heilbrunn can help you save hundreds by adding your renter's policy to your auto insurance. Think of it as insurance with the cherry on top. Get to a better state. Call Kerr Heilbrunn today.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Welcome back. The teams doing their respective team huddles here after the Sidney win. Looking at the stats here, just making sure we got those all set up. And it looks like we're ready to go on the statistics. Sidney dominating the stats, as you would expect. Let's look at Sidney first. In rushing, they were led by Lewis. He had 18 carries, 101 yards. Then Bo Wamsley, 38 yards in 5 carries. Weezer had 3 carries for 30. Doty, the quarterback, 8 for 34. Onstott, 6 for 27. And it looks like Maddox had 1 for 2 yards. Total of 232 yards rushing for Sidney in the ballgame. Passing, 4 out of 7. And that looks to be 2 completions in the second half, but for 0 yards, a +2 and a -2. So 4 of 7 for 69 yards. Total offense, 301 yards for Sidney in the ballgame. Doty's receptions were to Aarons for 51, Letcher for 18, and then Maddox had 2 for 0, a +2 and a -2. Looking at the Bridgeport side of the ledger, they were led in rushing by quarterback Cole Fessler. 9 carries, 36 yards. He had a -10 in the second half. Wallison had a -15. Let's see, 19, excuse me. So Warren, 1 carry for 3. Wallison was 3 carries for the -19. The one was the 23-yarder that cost him, that was snapped over his head. Cooper, 2 carries for nothing. Max Nichols, 2 for 8. Metz, 6 carries, 30 yards. Bell had 1 for 2 yards in the ball game. 58 yards rushing in the game for Bridgeport. Passing, Fessler 2 of 4 for 15, both completions in the second half. Schnell for 5, Nichols for 10. So 83 yards total offense for Bridgeport in the game. We'll come back, look at the team stats in comparison. Again, it was Sidney 40 and Bridgeport nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
This all began as someone's dream. This book, this land, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no, because we protect this. And everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Come see me, Christy Sulik, at 1012 Avenue I in Scottsbluff.
Beat the heat and play inside with Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. Bounce houses, concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade in town, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, and as always, ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, corporate event, office party, or family reunion. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Monument Mall has been a huge part of the commercial retail market that has served the Scottsbluff Gearing area for well over 2 decades. Many have the misconception that leasing or renting a retail commercial space at Monument Mall is not affordable. On the contrary, our retail spaces have never been more affordable than now. Often having several spaces to choose from for rental or lease options, we have kiosks and retail merchandising units available for your needs to help your business thrive. So don't hesitate. Feel free to give us a call. For more information, please contact Krista Pelster, our property manager, at 308-632-6000.
Bye, Mom. Have fun.
Maybe next weekend.
Why wait? With the affordable John Deere 3E Series tractor, you can clear the chore list in no time. Go from to-do to done.
Looks like we had nothing to worry about.
Bring a 3E home today for just $139 per month. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Looking at the teams in comparison, Sidney winning at 40-0. They snapped it 48 times, Bridgeport 40. Rushing 232 yards for Sidney. At halftime they had 88, so an impressive second half. Bridgeport ended with 58. Passing, 69 for Sidney, all of that in the first half, 15 for Bridgeport. Total offense, 301 for Sidney, 73 for Bridgeport. First downs, 15 for Sidney, 3 for Bridgeport. Penalties, pretty even, 6 for 30 on Sidney's side, 5 for 29 on Bridgeport's. Punts, 2 by Sidney, all in the first half. They averaged 41. And Bridgeport 6 in the game, averaging 28. 2 turnovers for Bridgeport, a lost fumble and an interception. Sidney had a lost fumble. Third down conversion, Sidney 2 of 8, and Bridgeport was 2 of 11. We had brought you some of the final scores. Don't know if we'll get through all of them here, but Mitchell trailing Valentine in the fourth, 34-7. Shadron ahead of Gordon Rushville, 28-6 in the fourth after trailing early. Bayard 50-6 over Layton Banner County. That's not a final yet. Crawford 32, Edgemont 22 in the third quarter. Crawford has come from behind. Hayes Springs leading Potter Dix. That was a halftime score, 48-0. Mullen defeated Hemingford 52-12. Hyannis 71. Arthur County 55. And Scotts Bluff ended up winning their ball game by a score of 41-20. South Platte 45, Maywood Hayes Center nothing. Eustis Farnham 69, Creek Valley 39. That's a final. York defeated Alliance 55-14. Northwest over Gering 61-0. Minutair defeated Sioux County 50-30. So that should bring you up to date on all of those and take care of our broadcast tonight. We want to thank you for being along. Speaking for producer-engineer TJ Albright, along with camera operators Beretta Coates, Jonas Pfeiffer, and Olivia Albright, I'm Chuck Swartz. Thanking you for watching, wishing you a good evening, reminding you again the final score was Sidney 40, Bridgeport nothing.